Hello, Bob Lanham here from Meta, formerly known as Facebook. I want to first say thank you to the Bradley family for allowing me to participate in the Internet Sales 20 group number 14. I do want to apologize that I'm unable to be there in person. However, Meta, unfortunately, still doesn't allow us to travel. However, I am really excited to introduce to you the Metaverse and how dealers can take advantage of it. Now listen, the Metaverse is still futuristic. The Metaverse is our vision for the future, but growing your business is our priority today and every day. Now before we get started, let me review a few housekeeping items. You're not going to see me on every slide. However, you're going to hear me. Now let's get started, and I really look forward to this. All right, many of you may be asking, what is the Metaverse anyway? And how will we use it? And what does it mean to me? The Metaverse is a set of virtual spaces where you can create and explore with other people who aren't in the same physical space as you. And importantly, this isn't about replacing in-person experiences. This is about making what we do online better and more meaningful. It will ensure the feeling of being close to one another regardless of our physical distance, like teleporting a friend or family member into your living room, or even if they're on the other side of the world. Now let's not hear this from me. Let's hear about what the Metaverse is from our CEO, Mark Zuckerberg.
Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse. I want to share what we imagine is possible. The experiences you'll have, the creative economy we'll all build, and the technology that needs to be invented, as well as how we're going to all do this together. The next platform and medium will be even more immersive.
Like a shop.
Some call it skill.
Keep talking.
An embodied internet where you're in the experience, not just looking at it. And we call this the Metaverse. Everything we do online today, connecting socially, entertainment, games, work, is going to be more natural and vivid.
Whoa, all right, that's a little too realistic.
Now this is more my style. We believe the Metaverse will be the successor to the mobile internet. And you're going to be able to do almost anything you can imagine. All right, perfect.
Boy.
Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Mark.
What's up, Mark?
This place is amazing.
The feeling of presence. This is the defining quality of the Metaverse. You're going to really feel like you're there with other people. You'll see their facial expressions, you'll see their body language, maybe figure out if they're actually holding a winning hand. All the subtle ways that we communicate that today's technology can't quite deliver.
I knew you were bluffing.
Avatars will be as common as profile pictures today, but instead of a static image, they're going to be living 3D representations of you. Beyond avatars, there is your home space. Your home is your personal space from which you can teleport to anywhere you want.
Koi fish that fly? That's new.
This is wild.
The metaverse isn't something we're building so much as it's something we're building for.
Across the industry, we need to bring that same imagination and commitment to building for interoperability, openness, safety, and privacy as we do for all the other product aspects of the metaverse. These have to be fundamental building blocks, just like the other software and experiences that we've been talking about. Our hope, though, is that if we all work at it, then within the next decade, the metaverse will reach 1 billion people, host hundreds of billions of dollars of digital commerce, and support jobs for millions of creators and developers. We are fully committed to this. It is the next chapter of our work, and we believe for the internet overall. beyond the constraints of screens, beyond the limits of distance and physics, beyond any one company, and that will be made by all of us. And I'm just incredibly energized to be on this journey with all of you.
That was fun.
Good job, Mark.
We want to play a significant role in this vision because the metaverse is social, and social is core to our DNA. But the reality is we're really early on this journey. We'll first work to get the experience right for people, and then we'll create an ecosystem around that for partners. As always, we'll create the future together. We'll build these experiences together, because the marketing industry can't do it alone. Policymakers and experts have an important role too. From its inception, the metaverse will be built with the framework and foundation of creating a space where people can be and feel safe. Integrity, safety, and privacy will be woven into the fabric of the metaverse. So what does this mean for businesses right now? We believe the metaverse will be the biggest opportunity for modern businesses since the creation of the internet. We're already seeing early glimmers that are showing us the future. We see it in our AR, Meta Horizon workrooms, which I'll get to in a little bit, and across gaming ecosystems worldwide, and the technology industry broadly where virtual spaces are being built. And while some of this is in VR, a great deal exists on the devices we use every day. It's a long way off from this new reality, but as always, businesses will have an important role to play in connecting people. The metaverse is the next evolution of digital platforms, the successor to the mobile internet. And just as digital marketing has adapted to mobile, the same will happen with the metaverse. First and foremost, many of the skills you're using today to grow your business will apply in the metaverse. For a while yet, the primary way people will experience the metaverse is through 2D apps. And even beyond that, we are focused on building bridges from our apps on 2D screens into more immersive virtual experiences in the metaverse. You might want to design a limited edition digital merch to promote an exciting new line you're launching in the physical world, allowing your biggest fans to show their love for your work throughout the metaverse. Or maybe you partner with a creator and host a live event in the metaverse to deepen engagement with your brand. Just like the mobile internet started as a feature of Facebook and went on to become the centerpiece throughout the Facebook app, the metaverse will follow a similar path, starting off with more basic bridges and glimpses in our 2D apps, and eventually becoming the center to the way we connect online. We've always believed that the ultimate promise of technology is to improve people's lives and bring people closer together. As a company, we have been committed to building community throughout Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp over the last 18 years. We remain laser focused on building our core products while we also lay the groundwork and develop for the future. These experiences are going from a crucial part of the future metaverse ecosystem. Each day, over 3 billion people use these products to connect, build community, and drive commerce with one another around the world. While the metaverse will offer new opportunities, both in the physical and virtual worlds, for people, creators, and businesses alike, the work that you're doing today to connect with your customers and community on Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger will be crucial to finding success on our platforms over the years. Now, some of you might be saying, no way. This metaverse thing, never gonna happen. It's too futuristic. It's too far-fetched. But let me tell you why I have the utmost confidence that the metaverse will happen. First, let's look at our numbers. Here in the US, 261 million people use at least one of our services monthly, and 196 million people use at least one of our services daily. That's between Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram and Messenger. Those 4 key apps have the majority of the population here in the US being used on a daily basis. This was one of my favorite posts I ever made on LinkedIn. In fact, it's also one of my most viral posts I ever made on LinkedIn. If you would have said to someone in the 90s that every device shown in this picture will one day fit in your pocket, you know for a fact the majority of people would say, absolutely not. There's no way that can happen. But what has happened and what has transpired today? All of those devices now fit in your pocket. The metaverse is not here today. It's coming. It is coming in the future. However, like I said earlier, I have the utmost confidence that the metaverse will get here. As I close my introduction to the metaverse, I want you to think about this one concept. We're always taught to meet people where they are. But where will they be in the future? What will the internet look like in the future? How will people communicate in the future? I think one thing we've learned in the past couple of years is that business can be conducted virtually. And what the metaverse will bring is the ability for brands to be even closer to that in-person experience and connection that we so much love today.
Consumers today want something that we've never been able to give them before. As dealers, I think we need to figure out how to use the right combination of AI and real people. I believe that trust and relationship is more important than ever, and customers need to trust the business that they're doing business with. We can still move them through fast, but they feel like they know us in an authentic way and that we can keep in touch with them after they leave our dealership.
I love what Liza said in that video. We need to use a combination of AI and real people. And she said that today, not too long ago. I'm really excited to welcome you all to the metaverse and how dealers can maximize it. And before we get into the future aspects of the metaverse, I did want to bring up one tool that we have today that essentially is part of the metaverse. And that tool is Messenger. Is messaging a part of the metaverse today? I think so. It's a key way people communicate amongst each other. So in my opinion, it's the first step into the metaverse. Now, some of you may be saying, no way, messaging has been around for a while. It is not the beginning of the metaverse. Now, I also know many of you handle your messaging not in-house and outsource it and let other people handle your messaging for you. Let me go over a few stats on why I believe you might want to reconsider how messaging is handled at your store and how it is the beginning of the metaverse. 75% of people say they want to be able to communicate in the same way they communicate with their friends and family. In fact, did you know that over a third of the population that has the ability to buy cars are now millennials, are 35 years of age and younger? How do you think they communicate with friends and family? Well, if they want to communicate with a business the same way they communicate with friends and family, you have to reconsider how you handle messaging. 80% of adults agree messaging is a quick and easy way to communicate with a business. And 68% say they are more likely to do business or purchase from a company they can contact via messaging than one they cannot. Messaging, in my opinion, truly is the start of the metaverse. Now, does messaging work? Now, many of you may know Kevin Fry from the Weiler Automotive Group. Well, if you follow Kevin, you know that not too long ago, Kevin made a decision for the entire Automotive Group to go formless, to no longer have a form on their website where people can fill out and the lead goes into their CRM. When they went formless, they replaced that with the ability for the people to message with all of their stores. And by going formless and pivoting to a direct messaging model where his in-house team responds to all customers, the Weiler Automotive Group was able to increase their dealership appointments from 25% to 50%. And in fact, while appointments is one thing, you can see in the one slide right below the Auto News article that their ROI has skyrocketed. While some of you still may say messaging is not the metaverse, I disagree. This is the mindset you have to have if you want to embrace the metaverse. Messaging is going to be a key component to it. So let's figure it out now before the metaverse is fully here. All right, let's dig in. Let's start to figure out what the metaverse is going to look like and how we all can work together to build it. Now, many of you, when you think about the metaverse, you think about Oculus, our headset that you wear with two controllers, one in each hand. And that at the moment is exactly what we're building for. And that's how people will engage in the metaverse. Now, there are companies today that are starting to figure out what does the metaverse look like for the auto retail industry. And I'll get into another example here in a second, but I wanted to show you another quick video of an experience in the metaverse that already exists today. That's called Horizon Workrooms, and that exists today. In fact, we're starting to test out that experience internally at Meta. But let's refocus back to the automotive retail industry. And I have three big questions to ask you all and the rest of the industry as it relates to the metaverse. First, who will build the metaverse for us dealers? Second, what will they build? And third, will you all, the dealers, embrace the metaverse? I truly do hope so. Now let me give you an example of a very early version experience that could live in the metaverse here in the future. Now keep in mind, this is very early, so there's a lot of growth to happen, but it's great to see companies already starting to think about what the metaverse means to the auto retail industry. One of my favorite aspects of my job is the number of connections I get to make on LinkedIn. In fact, just a few days ago, coincidentally, a company by the name of Cloud Pano sent me a LinkedIn message with a few examples of what they're looking to build for the metaverse. Now remember, it's very early. The technology is going to grow. But I'm really appreciative of companies like Cloud Pano for already thinking about how consumers will engage with dealers in the metaverse. And on the next slide, I want to show you what they're starting to build. Now there's no sound, so feel free to talk amongst yourselves, but you can see the vision of where we're looking to take the metaverse together.
This is the time to really focus on how you can do things better and easier. Let's make things easier for the customer's experience. We have to communicate the positive things that are happening and experience the customers are having. The only thing you have to differentiate yourself is the unique things about your dealership, your people, and how you do business. Then I think you're telling the story you need to be to your consumers, which may be the differentiating factor by which they choose you.
I love what Perry said there at the end. It may be the differentiator as to why they choose you. Listen, I know the metaverse is not here at the moment, and I know some of you are saying, no way the metaverse is going to happen. But let's embrace it. I truly do believe it's the future of the internet. So let's figure this out together. Let's figure it out with our partners. I'm very thankful for you all to take your time out of your day to spend with me, and I look forward to answering any questions you may have. Thank you.
Do you like the content? Well, if you want more, then you need to sign up for Bradley On Demand, the world's best virtual training platform in the entire automotive industry. With some of the top speakers, salespeople, and trainers, and almost 7,000 training modules. You will sell more cars more often and more profitably. So sign up now at www.bradleyondemand.com.